Hi, and welcome to this week's Coffee Chat. I got Ashley Terrell with me today, and I'm Ernie Burns with Bird Stick Planning and Wealth Advisors. Okay, today we're going to talk about actually the first meeting, what to expect. But let's talk about before that first meeting. That means, because we're a retirement investment advisory firm, that means you're thinking about retirement. And
we get lots of questions from clients, such as how much income am I going to need in retirement? And should I roll over my 401k?
Yeah. Do I pay off my house? Do I pay off those credit cards prior to retirement? Do I have enough money to retire? These are questions that we actually help you answer when you come and sit down with us and give you more thought to what you actually probably thought about. For example, do I pay off that house? Well, it depends on what interest rate you have. It depends how large that payment is. And really, it's a personal decision by yourself, but in the sense of you and your spouse. But in the sense of, we give you a lot of technical background knowledge in the sense of how we work with the mechanics of all the math to see if it works for you. How much income do I need in retirement? What type of retirement do you want to live with? What type of retirement do you want? For example, do you want the same income as you have now? Usually when we ask this in our seminar events or we get these emails in, for example, if Ashley and I were married and I died, Ashley, do you want the same income now or do you want less?
I probably want the same.
Yeah, exactly. Because you become accustomed to
a certain lifestyle.
That's right. She hasn't, because of custom, and your spouse is going to trust me, want the same thing. 10% of the time that spouses do say they want more. Okay. All right. So you got to have a plan for that. And this is what we do. We have the stocks, the bonds, and mutual funds, and annuities, life insurance. We have all the products, all the license for that. But building you a financial plan throughout retirement is what financial planners do. So let's get into that here. So we'll be able to answer those questions, but those are the type of questions that you have right now if you're thinking about retirement. I think in the last 2 years, over 10 million plus people have retired. It's been a rush. That's another reason why it's hard to find individuals right now for those specialty jobs. A lot of people decided either they don't want to work anymore, their bodies are giving out, or they're just stressed out, it's time to retire, or some of the companies have pushed them out to retire. So we'll be able to help you with those answers when we sit down with you and get some of those questions answered too. So, and also, Ashley just answered that. Asked that question to begin this with: should I roll over our 401k or to a self-directed IRA, or should I leave my 401k where you're at? Well, it's just an old policy in a sense. If you're not working at that job anymore, then you should not leave your money there for a variety of reasons.
One of them is you have so many more different investment choices if it's in an IRA versus if it's locked up in that 401k. You already have certain funds that you can invest in. So you have a lot more freedom if you roll it over.
So you're limited on investment choices. Another thing too, you're not watching it every day. You're not, or every month really, or maybe every year. You're not at that job anymore. So you're not contributing to it. So by usual customary standards, it's better to roll that 401k over to your current 401k where you're at now, or to a self-directed IRA. Okay. So it's a win-win situation usually doing that, but we'll answer more of those when we sit down with you. So let's get to what to expect in that first meeting. So let's ask you this, Ashley, what should you bring to that first meeting?
So you want to bring any financial statements that you have. That's ranging from 401ks to mutual funds, stocks, CDs, money markets, any insurance, annuity products that you may have. And you also want to make sure to bring your income and expenses. This is very important whenever we're building out your retirement roadmap so that we know where you stand in that aspect.
So in that first meeting, we're actually going to talk, obviously bring your statements, updated statement, but what we're going to be talking about in that first meeting, as Ashley just alluded to, is what income do you want in retirement? Like we said earlier, same income or less or more. Then what are your expenses? What are your living expenses? We're going to get into that. And then what do you want your retirement to look like? What kind of goals do you have? Is it traveling the world? You got your shots. We just got our second shot. Aaron and myself got our second shot. So, or do you want to spend more time with the grandkids? It's more of a laid-back retirement. You're going to hunt and fish. Not a lot of needs analysis in the sense of what you want to do. You just want to lay back and slow down. Or is it go 90 miles an hour for the next 10 years as long as your body can do it? whatever it is in retirement, that's what we're going to talk about, your goals.
We want to get to know you and what you personally want so that we can gear your plan towards your lifestyle.
That's right. So we're going to start building strategies from what your goals are. If you need to spend $5,000 a month, you want to spend $10,000 a month or more, we're going to start using strategies for that. Then we'll pick the products off the wall, stocks, the bonds, and mutual funds, annuities, and investments, private equity. If you're very wealthy, you want to do some type of charity work or whatever, we're going to pick the investments that can benefit you income-wise and tax-wise. Very important tax-wise, because I think about 80% of the time when someone sits down with us, their largest account is their retirement account. Well, the problem with that is you have taxes issues right there. So we're going to get into all that also.
And that's another good thing to bring to our appointment is a 1040 so that we can do a tax analysis as well.
So what our firm does, it gathers a few different scenarios and put it in a holistic approach. We have the financial wealth management side, we have the legal estate planning side, and then we jump into the tax strategies. So you have all of those answers under one roof. So it makes it very handy, Ashley. Yeah. Legal tax investment, you have one number to call. So we would love you to give us a call. The number will appear at the bottom of your screen. Give us a call and we'll see if we can help you live a long, comfortable retirement.
Thank y'all.